David R. here. Today I'm going to talk to you about this course, The Science of Gardening, from the Great Courses. The lecturer for this amazing course is Linda Chalker Scott. Now, as usual, for most of these courses, there are 24 lectures, as you can see. Each are roughly 30 minutes, some a little more, some just slightly less. I say that this course is top-notch. Quality in every way. Quality video, quality presentation, quality information. Whatever you spend on this will be worth it. If you have an interest in gardening, of course. Why did I get this course? I want to grow stuff. I used to actually have a garden when I was a teenager. It was a spot where there was a lot of sunlight. And so I grew potatoes, tomatoes, cabbage, and lettuce. But sometimes I got lucky and had a really good crop, and other times I didn't get so lucky. I don't know if it was a matter of luck or just my lack of expertise, because I would just put some seeds in the ground, and if it grew, right? But that's not how I really want to approach gardening in the future. So I got this course, and it says the science of gardening. And they do mean science when they say this. There's a lot of complicated scientific terms and things. Some of it I actually recognize because I took earth science class and other science classes. But still, it's not just like throwing a seed in the ground and watching it grow and maybe watering it once in a while. There's a lot more to it. What will you get out of this course? Now, I don't have enough time to go through everything, obviously, because that would make this video 12 hours long, and I don't have that kind of time. But I will just kind of highlight some things that maybe I felt were useful and maybe you might benefit from. Ultimately, though, you'd have to actually get the course, and then you could go through it and find out what you prefer. In the lecture on site analysis, she talks about light. There are two types of light, obviously. There is natural light and artificial light. In terms of natural light, like the sun, there are places in your landscape that will get more sun at different times of the year and will get less sun maybe in the fall, maybe in the summer, it all depends. That's the natural light. But the artificial light, which can produce light pollution, artificial light is on all the time. I even have artificial lights on over here. And artificial lights shine all night long. This can actually confuse the trees. Maybe it's fall and a tree should be shedding its leaves, but it's still green because it hasn't gone into dormancy yet. In the site analysis lecture, Linda does a soil test. She uses a settling test, a ribbon test, and a finger test. This provides you with the behavior, the appearance, and the feel of your sample, so that when you look at the soil triangle, you can observe what is going on with your soil. Also, she says if you buy topsoil, make sure you buy the two-way type, because it's got 50% loam and 50% compost. In the lecture on plant selection, form, and function, Linda talks about what purpose your plants have in your landscape. Are they to shade certain parts of your house? Or are they to control movement through your yard or around your home? such as planting something in a certain spot and then having a walkway so that it controls not only the people who go through your yard, but for the animals as well. Also, plants can play a role in preventing crime. If you have rose bushes or very thorny, prickly bushes right by your windows, that's going to kind of deter a burglar. Maybe not all burglars, but it would deter some, I would say. In the soil preparation and protection lecture, she talks about tilling and how tilling causes soil erosion. It can cause microbes to die. It can cause a variety of problems. And I would say go with a no-till approach, even though I don't think that was mentioned here. But I saw it somewhere recently that a lot of people are going this route because they don't want to destroy the land. And she also does a test or an experiment where she pours water in a glass, square glass jar thing, or whatever it is, and finds that water moves quickly through gravel, but it doesn't move as fast through like sand. In the lecture 9, she talks about mulches. There are a variety of mulches. There are synthetic, fabric, rubber. There are living, organic, and inorganic mulches. The worst of these is the rubber mulch. In a website called totallandscape.com, they mentioned that rubber mulch can leach zinc into the soil, and it can also be flammable. I don't think you want that. In the aftercare for new plants lecture, she mentions that if a plant is installed too deeply, it can die. But let's say that plant hasn't died and you want to replant it somewhere else. As long as that plant is not dead, you can transplant it. But if it's died, obviously there's no use. You want to also look at transplanting in the fall. Fall is the best time, but you can do it anytime. But fall is the best. And if you get fertilizer, avoid the kind with phosphate in it. In a lecture on diagnosing diseases and disasters, you want to look at root zones. Are the roots showing? Or is the plant roots growing in circles? The roots should sprout out like the spokes of a wheel. They shouldn't bunch together. Another thing she talks about is looking at non-living stress factors like wilting leaves. Wilting leaves means that the leaves are not getting enough water. And then there's chlorosis. Chlorosis means the leaf is remaining yellow, and if this is out of season, that can be a problem. She also advises students to go to the following journals. Go to Journal of Environmental Horticulture, Arboriculture and Urban Forestry, Hort Technology. Go to .edu or .gov sites for peer-reviewed publications. As I said earlier, I don't have enough time to go through everything in this course, but I hope that gave you an idea of what this course is all about. Believe me, there's a lot more. There's a lot of amazing information, top-notch, high quality. Now, normally I would end my video here, but I want to show you some footage that I shot while I was on vacation in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. This is from the Bloedel Conservatory. It's like this little dome-shaped structure in the middle of this park. To me, it's like a tropical escape. And it's not even that big, but it's in the middle of this place, and there's mountains on one side and city on the other, and snow. It was pretty amazing. Anyway, enjoy. Talk to you later. Bye.